Hey guys, it's Tommy from Smarter Than the Average Bear, and I'm back with the answers for the sttabear versus Unprotected 6. It looks like I wasn't all that smarter than Unprotected 6. I only stumped a couple of you, but let's take a closer look, okay? For Category A, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. The movie I showed was the cover to Shock Treatment, which is considered the sequel to the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and that was the 25th anniversary cover. And question number 2 is I asked how Denton, Texas is and isn't featured in the movie. Now, the correct answer is that it's shown at the beginning of the movie. There's a billboard that says "Welcome to Denton, Texas," and then all the scene at the wedding is filmed in Denton, Texas. However, later on in the movie, there is the criminologist's map that is shown where Denton is in relation to Furter's place, and that is clearly not Denton, Texas on that map. So Victoria only answered half that question and then said it wasn't challenging enough. So there's your answer, Victoria. Denton is and isn't featured in the movie. It was featured visually at the beginning at the wedding, and then later on the map showed that it wasn't Denton, Texas. Category B was Gilmore Girls. Now I showed a photo of actress Shelley Cole, who played Madeline Lynn on the Gilmore Girls. And after graduating with Rory from Chilton, she went to Tulane University and Rory went to Yale University. Now, Madeline and her friend Louise both disappeared for most of the next season and were not seen again until Rory and her friend Paris showed up at spring break, and they all got together and hung out for that one episode, and then the two other girls were not ever seen again. Question 4, now I played the audio clip from the Gilmore Girls where Sebastian Bach was singing. Now, he played a character named Gil, who was a burned-out rocker who missed his shot at stardom in the 80s and was running a sandwich shop. But he joined Lane Kim's band, Hep Alien, when the lead guitarist Dave went off to California and broke up with Lane. Now, Gil, he was not the lead singer for Hep Alien, and this was the only time we ever heard him sing in all of the Gilmore Girls. And he was singing at a birthday party after the band had sort of split up. Now, Category C was Bats Maru, that Hello Kitty character. Now, Bats Maru is widely translated as wrong correct, and is written most commonly as cross circle, or XO, as we would say in the US. So in my multiple choice graphic, the correct choice was C. And for question 6, 2006, Bats Maru was the mascot for the International Basketball Federation Championship held in Japan. Rob, you were on the right track, but I needed a little more specific or a definite choice there. Category D was American Idol, and I showed the DVD cover art to the movie Eating Out, which starred Jim Veraros. And on American Idol Season 1, Jim Veraros finished at number 10. And then for question number 8, I played a gospel clip that was R.J. Helton's song My Devotion. Now, he was also on American Idol Season 1, and in the finals he finished at number 4. Now, I have to say, the very first episode I saw of American Idol was the week that R.J. Helton was eliminated. And let me tell you, he set off my gaydar in a big way. So I was really stunned to read after that he had signed to do a gospel album with a gospel label, and he was able to stay closeted long enough to complete that contract, and then came out after that. Category E was Pokemon. Now, the 2 Pokemon I showed were, of course, the Manaphy and the Phione. Now, the Manaphy is the only legendary Pokemon who can breed, so that was the main thing I was looking for in the answer, was that the Manaphy is the only legendary Pokemon who can breed, and breeding a Manaphy with a Ditto results in a Phione. Now, Phione cannot evolve into or breed another Manaphy. Now, for question 10, I played an audio clip, and I mentioned a podcast that was unrelated, as in unrelated to Pokemon, unrelated to sttabear, and unrelated to Unprotected 6. And I'd been listening to this other podcast for about a year, and I didn't even make the connection that Snorlax was a Pokemon character until I was doing the research for this category. Now, the wild Snorlax appears on Slice of Sci-Fi's voicemail show with a regular contribution. And they've even had a recent meme where they've had such variants as a mild Snorlax, and a child Snorlax, and a style Snorlax. Playing along over at Unprotected 6, there was a category F called Porn. And question 11 I thought was a gimme. The cover art was clearly mimicking one of the Pirates of the Caribbean covers. And on Unprotected 6, Andrew often had a poster of the first Pirates porn movie on the wall, and the cover art that I showed was for Pirates 2, Stag Daddy's Revenge. And then question 12, I played an audio clip, and that was from the sci-fi original series First Wave from the late 90s. And in that you heard the male voice of Rob LaBelle describing this really horrific sandwich, and then the woman responding in disgust was Tracy Elizabeth Lords. She added the middle name to her screen credits to try to legitimize her move to the mainstream. Now, she was most recently seen as Bubbles in Zack and Miri Make a Porno. Hi, and welcome back to Smarter Than the Average Bear. This is episode 6. We've got 5 new categories today, and these are all going to be really different than what I've been doing. So, category A, the Vietnam War. Question 1, what comic book shown here with gritty realistic art and stories was published 20 years after the events it chronicled? For question 2, I'm going to play a little audio clip, and I need to know what Vietnam War related activity is going on here. There's a couple of possible answers, so listen carefully.
Vietnam is not our war! We must say no! Are we gonna go? Hell no! We won't go! 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 Hell no! We won't go!
In the movie and in Dan Brown's book, Angels and Demons, what sculptor whose work is shown here is featured prominently in the book and the movie? Question number 4, what famous American painter is heard in this interview?
When I got to New Mexico, that was mine. As soon as I saw it, that was my country. I'd never seen anything like it before, but it fitted to me exactly. Like something that's in the air, it's just different. The sky is different, the stars are different, the wind is different. I shouldn't say too much about this because other people may get interested, and I don't want them interested.
Category C is mythology. I'm going to show you some comic book art again, and in this time I need to know who the mythological team of characters are there that are often called the parents of the gods. Now, from a mythology of a completely different region of the world, what mythological character is being described in this folk song?
I see Meth and Gwydion fall to their knees, fall to their knees. Welcome the May Queen, sing for her now, for as the year turns to sour, she'll return as an owl.
Category D is Stephen King. Now I need to know what Stephen King novel is depicted here with the title redacted. In this television interview, what novel is Stephen King talking about a specific writing process that was different from his usual? I need to know what novel he was writing when he did this particular type of thing.
Of 1999. I was still on crutches at that time, and it was painful to work at the word processor, but I was able to work longhand at the kitchen table. I basically had a big stack of pillows that I sat on.
How long had it been since you'd written anything extensively longhand?
First of all, writing longhand was physically easier for me because of the location where I could work, but also it brought the act of writing back to this very basic level where you actually have to take something in your fist.
Category E is TV shows, and these are really old shows. So, number 9, what classic 60s TV shows DVD cover art is shown here? Further, number 10, what classic 60s TV show is heard here?
Soup ladle.
Very good.
You just told me. Now, don't tell me.
Me.
Oh, I know. No, meat axe.
Oh, it's not a meat axe. It's a meat cleaver. A cleaver. Now pay attention, but you'll never learn to cook. Now get this through your head. What's going on here?
If you'd like to submit some categories for me to research and write questions for, please leave a comment on the sttabear channel, and I'll be happy to add you to our lineup of categories that we have questions for. If you'd like to participate, you can leave a comment on this show for the answers for this episode, and those will be screened until next week when I give the answers, so there will be no spoilers from you giving the answers on Monday when everybody else is still playing until Saturday. Also, just please rate, comment, subscribe if you have anything else you'd like to add. And my name is Tommy Howell, and you've got all week to prove that you're smarter than the average bear.